You are no Sundance virgin.
Yes.
What keeps bringing you back each year, and also, do you feel a different vibe this year around?
I mean, I think this year there's a special vibe, not only because my wife has a film here as well, Higher Ground, which is also a competition. So I've never had a film in competition here. So for me, that's a little bit of a different thing. So, and I hadn't seen the movie before I got here. So
this film?
Yeah, this
okay.
from the leg. So
yeah.
there are a number of things that were completely new about this. And last time I was here, the movie was Hard Candy, which was 5 years ago, and that was for a midnight screening and a totally different vibe. So this is a great new experience for me.
How do you feel it went over with the audience?
Great. I
yeah.
mean, honestly, I've been in enough screenings where I wouldn't lie to you. I mean, I feel like I knew we had them when the humor played really well, and then they didn't know where of course it was going. So that I felt like we had the audience with us the whole time.
And were you familiar at all with the director's work as an author before taking this on?
No, I didn't. I mean, I certainly did the research once I sat down with him and met him. But he's an incredibly smart man. I mean, he's related to Darwin, which is beyond belief. It's true. It's like his great grandfather. So his opinions and his thoughts and his knowledge of religion and faith and evolution, I mean, it's fantastic. And it transformed to a script.
And he wrote the script, right?
Yes, he did.
So how strict was he on set in terms of you sticking to your lines?
Well, I mean, I think the good thing is, we all were on the same page, so we could, if I ever had any questions, it was based on what I found or what I found in the Bible or something that I could go back with and change. But he was always open to it if it supported the script.
And this role's kind of a divergence for you. I mean, how was it shooting such a rich character, but that one that's probably so different from your own beliefs?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's what was interesting. You've got the kernel of someone that believes in the Bible and is for every, if nothing else, he calls himself a Christian, and how far he goes to the extreme. And that fascinates me. Something that can strike up a conversation, and some people think, wow, he's gone way too far. It's like, yeah, but maybe that makes them look at their own life, and it challenges you, at least makes you talk about it.
Yeah. So, were you? Do you know who the first actor was to actually sign on to this project?
I do not know. That's a really good question. I might ask the director. I met with him almost 4 years ago. The first time.
4 years ago. And how do you? I knew he wrote the script as well. Did he workshop the role with you since?
No, not at all. He had written the script completely, and it was sort of a process of just trying to get the movie made and together.
And what was it about the script that made you want to sign on and wait for 4 years to shoot it?
It kind of happened. I wasn't attached to it for all that time. They offered it to me a couple times, and it was sort of happening or not happening. And then just the way it all came together at one moment with one of my best friends in the world was the cinematographer Bobby Bukowski, and he sort of signed on to it and left my house to go to Baton Rouge. And Charlie was involved, and Patrick, who I love, and Terrence, and they literally all wrote to me and said, would I come to Baton Rouge in a week and start filming, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and do this and see what it's like.
And how long was the shoot?
Very fast. I think it was 24 days.
24 days.
Very challenging.
And how many days of that were you on set?
That's a great question. I don't remember a lot of it. I mean,
Okay. And how was it premiering here at Sundance?
So fun. It was very interesting because there was something quite academic about it. I felt like they were very strict. I had to go to the bathroom at one point, and they wouldn't let me out of the theater. But it was nice to that feeling of the festival, the competition aspect of it, or just real people wanting to see the films and talk about the films.
How has the independent film landscape changed in your mind since, bringing House Film Flow to Sundance?
Well, because of the digital media now, independent filmmakers don't really need a studio. They just need innovative thinking and to find the proper way to get on the web. You can find your own audience. You can make a 2-minute trailer and put it on any site that you truly want and find an audience. I mean, the independent market is the way of the world. It's an anarchist method of accomplishing something, but there's a method to it. There's a pattern to it. And I think it brings peace and balance to the industry.